Alright, welcome to another video, baby. I was gonna post Road to SSL episode 7, but I had a pretty rough session. And honestly, I was raging a lot. And I was just like, you know what? Instead, how about we watch some of the games? Or watch one of them. I don't know how long this is gonna take, but I'm gonna do a replay review. I played this last night. Against Frigid Season and GC2, who are, just random people. This Frigid Season guy was really good. He's like very mechanical. In this video, I'm going to be looking out for times that I overcommit. Like picking like a theme to look for in your replays is like a good way to kind of not get overwhelmed by like the amount of like mistakes you're making and shit. So you can like watch out for like a very specific thing. And in this one, I'm gonna talk about overcommitting, so let's do it. Alright. So just immediately go for that, because that's what you gotta do. So teammate chases after it. In this moment, my teammate is up with 0 boost. So here you don't want to overcommit, so let's see what I do. Just a drive chow, which is fine. It's still even a little risky, but like you kind of, if we go back, you can go back further. I can see Frigid has no boost, Jack has 100, so, and then my teammate ends up taking that boost, so Frigid ends up being out of the play for quite a bit. He's probably going to be looking for boost. Like, I'm not like anticipating that during the game, that's kind of just what I'm thinking as to why this probably was okay. So, yeah, I just, like, do a little drive chow and try not to, like, put myself too far out of the play. This is kind of one of those moments where it's not, like, over-committing per se. Like, it is committing to a save. Like, it's committing to an action or decision. And this could have went very wrong if Frigid Season, like, picked up pads along the way. He probably could have just scored that, to be honest, but he has no boost. So I kind of, like, luck out here. And that is kind of an overcommit. I think something better I could have done is just in this moment where I'm not actively like on the ball, I can like kind of look behind me in like this kind of downtime where a goal can't be scored like immediately. Like there's still like a few seconds or like a second or two before the ball is going to get to my net. Yeah, so I try and like get a read because I think I'm under way more pressure, but I'm not. And that's kind of like where you want to be aware and like look around. But we're talking about overcommitting, so I go for the ball here. I see him back off, so I like try and like do like a little thing. I almost get a good 50 there. Just looking for some boost. This was like a stupid touch. So I think that's like a decent commit to something. Like I'm basically just like here I'm just kind of like waiting to see if he hits it to me. And like worst case, like sometimes you'll have teammates that just like they're like so impatient, they're like, why aren't you going? Just go. And then they like dive in front of you, and those people are idiots, let me tell you. So not a bad commit there. It doesn't really amount to anything, but so my teammate's up, he's got 0. I'm always like very wary of when my teammates have 0. That, and here I don't dive into this, I like kind of wait because you want to stay like grounded so you can recover. So my teammate goes, I look for him. So here once again I don't really, okay, so there, yeah, maybe this is a bad one. So I see my teammate going back, so that's why I kind of felt comfortable to like at least try. But I think something better to do, instead of like the way I jumped out like this, like I jump out sideways, something you'll see like really good players do is they'll kind of, if I go into fly mode, fuck. Oh. So something players will do is like if Sam, let's kind of, so as he goes up, So See how I challenge like straight out instead of towards your net, so that you're like recovering at the same time while challenging in a way, if that makes sense. So I think because I challenge out like kind of perpendicular, or I guess if that's the right word, it doesn't really like, in this case, like it kind of worked out because my teammate made a really good play. But like it's just something to think about, like, because there's going to be times where your teammate doesn't bail you out and you just get scored on. So there, on this chow, I once again like try and stay grounded, which is good, but I get bumped, which works out in my favor. Wasting so much fucking boost. Oof. Yeah, that's a bad one. So, my teammate's kind of lollygagging here, and I need to see that. You know, I'm like way too close, and I'm like, I should be like ready to turn around. I think that's the issue here, is that I'm just like kind of waiting for him to hit it to me, but I'm like facing forward. And for some reason I'm just like not prepared for this hit, even though I'm like, I'm showing all signs that I am prepared for it. But this kid was just really fast and really like he got a touch, he immediately followed up. And I get punished for it. I wanted to leave that mid for him, but... So this is good chow, I think. But like, you'll see a lot of like higher ranked players do this, where they're not challenging forward, you know? Like, I'm not like challenging forward, I'm like letting him like hit it into me very like gracefully. In this case, I like kind of didn't really get a good touch on it, but like I forced him high, which unfortunately my teammate was not on the backboard, which is fine, but he ends up getting the goal out of it. We press onward. Decent kick. My kickoffs felt really good yesterday. So I wait. My teammate's up. I don't want to like chow, so he ends up going. So I just drop out, and that's the thing. Is like I jump. I see my teammate jump, and I immediately bail out, like, because it's just I don't want to like commit when I don't have to. You don't want to do anything that like makes it so you can't recover. Because that's like really what twos is all about nowadays, is being able to recover. That one I heard him and I thought he was going to challenge. So don't want to commit too hard. Yeah, that one. What did I look like from my teammates' perspective? Let's look. He goes for the demo. Oh, I didn't realize he was so close. Yeah, I don't know. That one's tough. For some reason, I thought he was behind me. Yeah, that's just me not being aware. But he should have at least jumped for that. That's kind of crazy that he just sat there. I know that's not going in, so I just try and... You could touch. I look for the demo here. That's unfortunate. Ugh. That one I felt okay committing for, because I kind of had no choice, to be honest. Boost. I remember this. Yeah, this was really bad. That was really bad. So I like... My thought process here is you know, I'm practicing like when to commit for stuff and when not to. What I should have did, honestly, is like this is like a really awkward ball. And it's like, to me, it's like hard to make a play off of this. So what I should have done is just chipped it out and then just immediately turn around and go back. That's usually what I do if I feel like there isn't really a goal to be scored. I just try and like make them uncomfortable and then leave. But I didn't do that here. I try to like do this like cool guy catch the ball, but I just get shit on by Frigid and then he scores. Oof, that should have been a goal, to be honest. It's another thing I urge people to think about. Is just because a goal wasn't scored doesn't mean you like played it well. Like sometimes the opponent just like took a bad shot and then you got lucky, and you really need to like here I think I got really lucky. He could have scored that like 100%. We had high and low kind of cover, but he could have slotted it, you know. This is so awkward. I'm so bad at that. Yep. Past my teammate. Damn, that's such a good block from Frigid. This is editor Matt here. In this moment I actually noticed that Frigid makes a really good play where he makes it look like he's going to pass it and then tries to throw it on my other side. And I just was in the right position to cover both. This is a stupid challenge. Never do this. Never. I got lucky here. When you're challenging from behind like this, or like trying to get a block, you almost always just pinch it towards your net. Like, just don't do it. You're better off like going for like a demo or something, or just like taking a boost. But like, I didn't need to challenge this at all. That was like really dumb. Looking for teammate, looking behind me. And then I just get the worst touch in my life. Should have got scored on there, probably. That was pretty sick. I dunked the shit out of him. But yeah, here, like, another thing, too, is, like, I know I keep saying, like, don't overcommit, but, like, sometimes you kind of have to, especially when you're losing. Which brings up another topic of win condition. Like, if you need to score a goal, like, you got to start taking some risks, even if it means breaking some rules, you know? 30 seconds left, like, we should be playing more aggressive. Like, because you have nothing to lose. Like, if you get scored on again, like, it is what it is, but, like, you're not gonna score another goal if you don't try and score a goal. I just knew he was, like, gonna go for another popper set. There, I should have went for a demo. It's all good, though. So yeah, I can tell I'm getting more aggressive here. I'm just like... Oh. Yeah, 0. So that's a little replay review. I honestly need to get better at doing replay reviews anyway. So I think maybe uploading them to YouTube is a good way to do so. So thanks for watching.